Hello YouTube, Tacoma Comics coming at you with my second haul video. Going back a couple weeks at Thanksgiving vacation, so I'm falling behind. Here we go, went to Half Price Bookstore. They had their big sale they do once a year, 4 times a year actually. 10% off on a Monday, 20% off on a Tuesday, etc., etc. So I picked this one up, X-Men 102. Really nice shape, a little bit of a spine roll, but otherwise good cover, really beautiful. One of the ones that I need in my Claremont run. I'm trying to get every Claremont X-Men book because he's what got me into comics in the 80s. That was what I read as a kid. Always ran down to the local stationery store, got the new X-Men as soon as it was out in the spinning rack, and just loved everything Claremont did. Really turned me on to comics, turned me on to literature in a way. So I got this one. I can't recall. I think it was like $50. Got it for 25 or whatever it was. I got it on one of the heavy percent off days. So X-Men 102, filling out the run. Got one comic here. You know, Miss Marvel. It's one of my favorites. If you follow me, you know that pretty easily. This is the 6th printing of #1, G. Willow Wilson's first run. I've got the first printing, second printing. Somewhere I've got the True Believers, which I think is counted as the 8th printing. This one, really nice. Came in good condition. Came from Spartan Comics. Shout out to the Doom. I think he put one of his videos that you use the 9.2 crew. So I guess shout out to all the 9.2 crew. You use them as a coupon code. You can get a little bit off on an order over $40 from Spartan Comics. I did not order over $40. I was under that, but still it was a nice place to be referred to. Found some really good deals there. So I picked up this one. I wanted to show you this next one because I'm kind of obsessed with Miss Marvel. I buy a lot of her stuff. This one came in not so good condition. And I got this one from an Amazon seller. You know, if I've got time, I'll make a whole video about this, but this is the bottom line. It came in this, right? It had nothing inside, just a comic in a bag, not even a backing board, no cardboard. You know, what are you going to do? It was cheap. I asked her for a pic. She sent a pic of the front. It looked pretty good, but that's what I ended up with, was a scratched up, messed up comic. I don't know if you can see, but it's not in the best of condition. It's got some issues. You can see a few of them there on the spine and stuff. It's just not beautiful the way you like your comics to be. So there you go. Going back to Spartan Comics. I've been looking for this one for a while for reasonable price. They got a very good reasonable price. This is not the first appearance of Miss Marvel in her costume or Kamala Khan in her costume as Miss Marvel. It's actually her second appearance. Though a lot of people count as the first. The first appearance was this one. I don't know if you can see that one. That is the second printing of Captain Marvel number 17. That is my only slabbed comic. I'm not a big slabbed comic fan, but it was hard to find this. This was a nice present to myself. I would love 9.6 or 9.8, but you know, that's the first appearance that came out a full month. I think it even says right on the top, Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan cover, predates all new Marvel Now .1, #1, and Miss Marvel #1. So this actually is the official first Kamala Khan in the costume as Miss Marvel. But I was happy to have the Marvel .1 now. I've been looking for that one for a while. Also from Spartan Comics, I'm trying to complete this run, 100 Bullets. Great Vertigo series. Brian Azzarello and Eduardo Riso knocked out of the park with this. Number 60, and then I think I got number 63. Just 2 of the few that I'm missing from 1 to 100. If you've never read that series, pick it up and trade. Just really great art, really great series. Love that. Moving on, stopped off at a new comic book shop near me, and they got a quarter bin, and so I like to rifle through the quarter bin. Who doesn't like to rifle through a quarter bin? And I just started finding stuff that I remember from when I was a kid. I used to love this series, the Nom. You know, I try not to get into new stuff to limit what I spend and what I'm looking for, but sometimes you can't help yourself. So we got 35, 36, really great series. I mean, you know, dealing with race in the Vietnam War back in the 60s, some really heady stuff there. Dealing with drugs and other issues that were actually issues going on at the time. 37, 40, nothing there, 42, 43, 44, 45. And then we got 46, guy selling drugs to the soldiers. You know, this is what was actually going on back then. Some really good stuff. 49. And so that was it for the nom. Also for a quarter, I picked up Gotham Central. 38, 39, and 40. Big Greg Rucka fan. So was told this is a really great comic. I never got into it. I don't think I was into comics back then when this came out. But picked this one up. Really happy to start looking for that and start getting that run done. And then Descender, just love this cover. It was a quarter. I picked it up. You know, quarter comics, you'd be hard pressed not to get them all day. Going back to that series, The Nom, I believe it ran for 5 years, so 12 issues a year, 60 issues. I believe it's supposed to kind of parallel the 5 years of the Vietnam War, but I'm not positive. You'd have to check me on that. Next step was Stargazer Comics. Shout out to them in Tacoma. Rifling through their dollar bin. Told you my last video I picked up X66 #1 and got it signed by the artist at the Jet City Comic Show. So I got #2 for $1 there. And then I found these. And I was like, holy cow. Found more of these in the dollar rack, and these are much nicer condition than those quarter ones. So I got 2 and 3. Don't have #1. 4 and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, 12 and 13. And then my favorite phrase, I'm not a speculator, but I like to speculate. Rick Remender, if you follow him on Twitter or Instagram, he's posting about, you know, the new show made out of his amazing comic book Deadly Class. If there's a second season, this is the new class. This is issue number 22, which is the first issue featuring the new class. The original guys are all sophomores now. Some of them are on the run. Some of them are dead. Some of them are actually sophomores. Whole new gang coming up in this comic, so I picked that one up. Going back and getting Batwoman, if I can find them cheap, because I'm actually really liking this series. There you go. Picked up #5. What's hiding back here? Picked up #7. I got #7 variant cover at the Jet City Comic Show. Now I got the regular one. Black Hammer #2. I'll pick that up for $1. Amazing series. And what's hiding over here? Oh, this is the free comic book day. This is for the local comic book shop day. This is the one my kids didn't grab from me. I haven't read that yet. Pretty happy. Next up, went to a thrift store near me. Rifled through some of their stuff. Got X-Men 251, already had that, but I really like the cover, so I'll get doubles of those. X-Men Annual, #10, not the first appearance of Longshot, might be the first appearance of Longshot with the X-Men, I'm not exactly sure. 222, classic cover, look at that. Sabretooth and Wolverine, and I'm a big Vision fan, I just like covers with Vision on, I think it's something emotive about the way it looks, having this android expressing feelings. Kind of dig that, so I picked that up. Those 4 books, I mean, they were like $18 altogether. I got them for $15 or something, so I'll take that. I haven't been to the comic shop the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I was in Vegas, but the Wednesday before that, I just picked up my regular haul, Hawkeye #12. Good issue. I didn't really know much about Gabby. Oh, shoot. Half these are upside down. Stupid lenticular covers. I mean, Marvel is really just screwing themselves there. There's Secret Warriors. I was missing 7, so 7 and 8. I had stopped reading Doctor Strange after Jason Aaron finished, but then they came out and Donny Cates got on it to pick this up, and I'll stick with it, man. It's pretty good. The idea of Loki as the Sorcerer Supreme. I saw some people online freaking out. Oh no, they're changing it again. He's going to be Sorcerer Supreme for a few issues, and he'll be back to Stephen Strange. Don't worry about it. Everybody was going crazy about Fence. It's alright. It's a Boom Studios. Really nice artwork, very clean lines and stuff. I got that, and I got this variant cover. You know, I might get the second issue. I'm not flipping out about it. Black Science, another Rick Remender book. This is really going strong. Really excited. Still love this book. Would love to see this made into a movie or TV show. Pretty cool. Sorry about this. Batman, right? We're going right there. Number 35. The end of this thing where the daughter of something Al Ghul. I can't remember the name. And Catwoman are going at it. Guess what? Catwoman wins. But the other one doesn't die. Shocking, right? It's comic books. The casting, Prelude to Metal. Not sure why I got that. Probably because I saw it cheap somewhere. And this was already up to like $10 the day after it came out. But Destiny Comics, one of my local comic shops where I got my pull list currently, he gave it to me for cover price. So shout out to him. Rebels has got to be one of my favorite series. Absolutely love Rebels. Just amazing stories. Brian Wood's off doing his own thing, and he's just killing it with Rebels. If you don't read this, if you like American history, if you like historical fiction, this is the awesome stuff right here. Crosswind, found this one. Picked this one up just because it was, somebody said it was going into, or opted out for a TV show, so I got issue 1 and actually liked it, so I'm like, all right. I'll pick up issue 2. I'll start getting those back issues. Maestro's number 2. Haven't read this yet, but first one is really good. Archie number 25. Took a while for this one to come out. See what happens now that Betty's recovering from her injury. See how that goes. She gets out of the wheelchair. Briggsland, another amazing comic. Really like Briggsland. And there it goes. 5 and 6, I believe. Again, Brian Wood. This one was opted by AMC. Don't know if that's coming out yet. But read that anyway, not speculating on that. Just really like it. And then Champions. I'm going to go get another one of these. You want to talk about speculation? Right here, Viv Vision. First Viv Vision as a human. Not as an android. The big bad guy that's taking all, going to destroy Earth and whatever. Took her and manipulated her so she's actually human and not an android. Don't know where that's going, but I might grab another copy of that just because it's Viv Vision as a human. Not a speculator, but sometimes I speculate. And here we go. I'm going to split this in half. Last haul. This is Half Price Bookshop a week later. Old Man Logan, Bendis. I've read this. Just picked this up for a friend of mine. He got into it at Jet City Comic Show. He was really excited to read one of the collected trades. So $2.50. Picked that up for him. Sorry about this, man. It's going to be all over there. Trying not to get those spine rolls. So we got Giant Days. A little messed up here, so it was 99 cents. I heard it was a good series. I decided to pick it up, give it a try. Got number 1. Got 2. There's 3 upside down. These are all $2 each. 3. There's 4. 5 will be upside down. Sorry about that. There's 5. And 6. And finally 7. You know, when you go to Half Price Bookstore, it's hard to get this stuff as soon as it comes out. You know, all the good stuff's taken. But these are $2 each. I figure I get the first 7 in the series. And I love it when, you know, you get a series that starts off with all the way up through number 3. It says 3 of 6. And then it's popular enough when you get to the next issue, number 4, it doesn't say 4 of 6. I remember on the original Punisher Limited series back in the 80s, it was number 1 of 4, number 2 of 4, number 3 of 4, number 4 of 5, and they just expanded it. Well, this one isn't even a limited series. It's still an ongoing, and they're probably up to 20 or 30. Everybody likes it, so if you could get it. Flintstones for $2, I'll pick up another number 1. I'm surprised this one hasn't gotten more notoriety. One of the best comics ever. The 12-issue run that Russell did on the Flintstones was just phenomenal. Really needs to be checked out. And then, not a big fan of Infinity Gauntlet. Definitely not a fan of Scotty Young, but something about this coming at me, bro, had me cracking up. You know, number 1 for $2, variant edition. I figured I'd go for that. And hey, look, it's another Champions number 1. How many of those do I have? Too many to count. We won't even go there. All right, last half of this haul from Half Price Bookshop. I am loving this because these came in Mylar, which is just amazing. I'm going to start getting more Mylar because of how cool this looks. But Boom Studios, Power Rangers, get that in there. Number 0 right there. And now I'm not a Power Rangers fan at all. They were after my time, or I guess after my time, but just looked really cool. And they had the set, and this one was what, $1.50, and the rest were $2 each. So just looking at how cool this was for $2, I figured I'd pick it up. I got the red. I've got the pink. I've got the yellow, and I've got the black. And yes, today I did just order the green because it was like $1 from Midtown Comics, their 75% Cyber Monday sale. So, and for that, they also had a bunch of these variants. I'm trying to collect all of these, at least all of them that have characters from the original movie, which was called Star Wars. Somebody renamed it A New Hope many years later, but that's how old I am. This is still Star Wars. This was in Star Wars. And Solo and Carbonite, of course, was from Empire and Return. Don't think I've got that one. I've got the Hoth Han Solo, but I don't have the Han Solo Carbonite. The Death Star droid. The Snaggletooth from the Cantina scene. Really great character there. Hammerhead, sometimes called Walrus Man incorrectly. It's Hammerhead. And then I was missing number 14 or number 16, and I couldn't get my list to come up on my phone, so I got one of each because they're really awesome covers. If I have to have a double, I have a double, but whatever I was missing in this run that Tom King's doing, I have now. Finish it off. I'm not a speculator, but sometimes I speculate. Jupiter Circle, I know Mark Miller has made this big deal with Netflix, so I'm just, catching number 1 for 99 cents. I'll pick it up. That won't kill me. And finally, spent forever trying to find this, and then in the span of 2 weeks, I got 2 copies. So $3 there. Again, second appearance of Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan in her costume as Miss Marvel. Not the first appearance, but real nice one to get there. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, if you got any comments, please leave them below. Like and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.